My husband cheated with a coworker, sending flirty texts behind my back, but my mother-in-law blames me for his betrayal, saying I drove him away. I kicked him out and now face her wrath while struggling to rebuild my life. Hey everyone, my name's Abigail, I'm 28 years old, and I've been lurking on Reddit for a while, but never thought I'd end up posting here myself. Honestly, I'm still reeling from everything that's happened, and I just need to get this off my chest and figure out if I'm losing my mind or if I'm actually justified in how I feel. This is going to be a long one, so bear with me. I'll try to keep it as clear as I can. So here's the deal. I've been married to my husband, Daniel, for 4 years. We met back in college through mutual friends, and he's always been this charming, laid-back guy who could make anyone laugh. He's 30 now, works in IT, and I'm a graphic designer who mostly freelances from home. For the most part, our marriage was solid, or at least I thought it was. We'd bicker sometimes, sure, but nothing major. He's the kind of guy who avoids conflict like the plague, which I used to think was a good thing. Turns out, it's not always. Then there's my mother-in-law. She's the lot. She's one of those people who thinks her son can do no wrong, like he's still her little golden boy even though he's a grown man. She's super involved in his life, calls him every other day, shows up unannounced with food he doesn't even ask for, and always has an opinion on how we should be living. I've tried to get along with her because, she's family, but it's been a struggle. She's got this passive-aggressive streak that drives me up the wall. Like, she'll smile to your face and then slip in some backhanded comment about how I don't cook enough, or how Daniel deserves someone who keeps the house spotless. I'm not a slob, okay? I just work long hours and don't have time to deep clean the oven every week. Anyway, about 6 months ago, things started feeling off with Daniel. He'd get super protective of his phone, like turning it face down every time he set it on the table, which he never used to do. He'd also stay late at work more often, saying it was project deadlines, but he'd come home smelling like perfume that definitely wasn't mine. I'm not the paranoid type, but after a while, I couldn't ignore it. One night, he left his phone on the couch while he was in the shower, and I had to know. I unlocked it. Yeah, I know his passcode. And there it was, a whole thread of flirty texts with some girl named Ella. Ella, from what I could tell, works with him. She's 25, single, and apparently has no problem texting a married guy things like, "Can't stop thinking about last night," and "You're too good for her. You know that, right?" My stomach dropped. There were dozens of messages, going back months, late-night chats, inside jokes, even a couple of pics she'd sent him that I won't even describe because I'm still trying to unsee them. Daniel's replies were just as bad, stuff like, "You're the only one who gets me," and "Wish I could see you right now." I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. I didn't confront him right away. I took screenshots, sent them to my email, and sat on it for a couple days, trying to figure out what to do. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, just kept replaying those messages in my head. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. One night after dinner, I sat him down and said, "We need to talk." I showed him the screenshots and asked him straight up what the hell was going on. He went pale, stammered for a bit, then admitted he'd been hanging out with Ella outside of work. He swore it wasn't physical, just emotional support because he'd been stressed and felt like I wasn't there for him. I asked how long it had been going on, and he said 3 months. 3 months of lying to my face while I was cooking his dinners and folding his damn laundry. I lost it. I yelled. I cried. I told him I couldn't believe he'd do this to me. He just sat there, barely saying anything, looking like a kicked puppy. I told him I needed space and kicked him out to stay at his mom's place for a while. That's when things got even messier. His mom called me the next day, and oh boy, she was pissed. She started off all calm, like, "Abigail, I heard you and Daniel had a fight. What's going on?" I was dumb enough to think she might actually listen, so I told her about the texts, the cheating, everything. Big mistake. She flipped the script so fast my head spun. She said, "Well, if he's looking for someone else, maybe you should ask yourself why. Maybe you weren't meeting his needs. Daniel's a good boy. He wouldn't do this unless you pushed him to it." I was floored. I tried to explain that I'd done nothing but try to be a good wife, but she cut me off, saying, "You're tearing this family apart over some silly messages. You should be working on fixing this, not throwing him out." I hung up on her. I was shaking, so mad I couldn't even think straight. Over the next few weeks, Daniel kept texting me, begging to come back, saying he'd cut Ella off and that he'd do anything to fix it. I wasn't ready to deal with him yet. I still don't know if I ever will be, but his mom wouldn't let it go. She started telling everyone, his family, our mutual friends, that I was the one who ruined the marriage. She said I overreacted, that I was too controlling and didn't give him a chance to explain. She even told my sister-in-law that I'd been neglecting Daniel for years, which is a total lie. I've always been there for him. Hell, I supported him through a job loss 2 years ago when he was moping around the house for months. That brings me to the sub-conflicts, because this whole mess didn't just stop with the cheating and his mom. First, there's the money thing. When Daniel moved out, he stopped contributing to our joint account. We've got rent, utilities, and a car payment, and I've been stuck covering it all on my freelance income. He says he's tight on cash because he's crashing at his mom's, but I know he's still getting his full paycheck. I've had to dip into my savings just to keep up, and it's stressing me out. I texted him about it, and he said, "I'll figure it out later. Let's just focus on us first." Like, dude, I can't focus on us when I'm scrambling to pay the bills you left me with. Then there's my best friend, Sarah. She's been my rock through this, letting me vent over coffee and wine, but even she's starting to get on my nerves. She keeps pushing me to just divorce him already and move on, which I get. She hates seeing me hurt, but it's not that simple. I still love Daniel, or at least the version of him I thought I knew, and I'm terrified of starting over. Sarah's single, no kids, and doesn't get how tangled up my life is with his. Last week, she got snappy with me when I said I wasn't ready to file papers yet, saying, "You're just letting him walk all over you." It stung, because part of me wonders if she's right, but I wish she'd back off a little. Oh, and don't get me started on Ella. I don't even know her, but she's been liking Daniel's old Instagram posts, like stuff from our wedding, and it's driving me insane. I blocked her, but not before I saw she'd posted some vague, smug caption about finally being free to be herself. I can't tell if she's taunting me or just that clueless, but either way, it's salt in the wound. Daniel swears he's done with her, but I don't know what to believe anymore. The breaking point came last weekend. His mom showed up at our apartment, uninvited, of course, with a casserole and this fake sweet smile. She said, "I just want to help you two work things out." I told her I wasn't ready to talk, especially not with her, and she lost it. She started yelling about how I'm destroying her son's life and breaking her heart by blaming him for everything. She even said, "If you'd been a better wife, he wouldn't have needed anyone else." I told her to leave, and she stormed out, but not before texting Daniel that I'd attacked her. Now he's mad at me too, saying I should have been nicer to his mom because she's just worried. I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm drowning in everyone else's opinions and expectations. My mother-in-law's convinced I'm the villain here. Daniel's acting like I should just forgive and forget, and I'm stuck wondering if I'm crazy for holding my ground. I keep going back to those texts, how he told Ella I didn't get him, how he laughed with her about stuff he never even brought up with me. Was I really that bad of a wife? Did I miss something huge? Or is he just a jerk who's too spineless to own up to what he did? I've been replaying our whole marriage in my head, trying to figure out where it went wrong. Like, 2 years ago, we took this road trip to the coast, just the two of us, laughing in the car, eating greasy diner food, walking on the beach at sunset. It was perfect. I thought we were happy. But now I wonder if he was already pulling away even then, if I was too busy being content to notice him slipping out of reach. It's eating me up inside. I haven't decided what to do yet. Divorce, therapy, whatever. I just know I can't keep living like this, with his mom breathing down my neck and him playing the victim. I saw a post on Reddit the other day about someone dealing with a cheating spouse, and it hit way too close to home. That's why I'm here now, spilling my guts to strangers online. I need an outside perspective, because I'm too deep in this mess to see straight. So yeah, that's my story. Am I the one screwing up here? Am I being unreasonable for not letting this go? I just don't know anymore.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our daily updates.